What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Y'all, I want to talk about this Julio Foolio trial. The four suspects, all of them was found guilty. I'm sure all of y'all seen this. But I just want to get a little deeper into this, to the youngest. But what I want to know is, I'm sure they had a deal on the table. I wonder why they didn't take any deals, because I know all the evidence was stacked against them, and I know they put a deal on the table. They must didn't accept the deal or something, but whatever. I don't know what's up with that, but I want to talk about to the youth, the young ones. I think all young ones should look at this trial. All mothers that have young sons, have young children that's outside in the streets or about to get outside in the streets, I think y'all should put this video, look up the video of Julio Foolio killers in trial, and show this to your young son, so he can see the consequence that can happen if he decide to unalive another young black brother, where that's going to lead them. I think this is a great demonstration for them. So you mothers or fathers that's out there that got young men, young children that you think that's out there in the streets hanging with friends, or they out there and you know they not doing nothing constructive, they just out there, you think they just living, but 9 times out of 10 they wilding. I think y'all need to show them that video of the trial of the suspects in the Julio Foolio trial, the ones that unalive Julio Foolio. Y'all need to show them this video, because the young brother, the one named Sean, how he cried up in there afterwards, and it got a lot of people in their feelings right now. But was they in their feelings after they murdered their brother Julio? After they committed the crime, they was from Jacksonville. They went all the way to Tampa to commit this crime. That's how they had to catch this brother, Julio, with rifles. And they ran down and shot his charger up. Murder. And then afterwards, they went and celebrated. You know how social media is. They in the video with the Don Julio, mocking them, smiling. They weren't Sean. He just laughing like he just put in work and completed a mission. Celebrating after they murdered that man. But then all of a sudden, when the evidence come out, and now that they getting convicted, he's a good old boy now. He's crying. He know his life is over. And I think a lot of you parents, y'all should show that video to y'all child so they can see how the process play out if they decide to go murder someone. And also show them that part when that boy Sean's mother was looking crying. The mother is her. She was looking, I saw the shot, she crying, looking at her son. She know it's over. Show them that too, because if that child love their mother, they putting their mother through a lot. The mother got to go through the sentence, gonna have to go through while he serve his term, and he don't even know if they gonna kill him, death row, or just give him life. Either way it go, he loses. If they give him time, the judge ain't gonna play with. He might get a life plus some years. Or if they decide to poison him lethal and put him to sleep, he gone. It's still a lose-lose situation. And they fighting for the life. What a bad situation to be in, man. And y'all parents, y'all need to show this trial. Go back and show that video. To show your child, like, this is the boy when they ran down on Julio. Look what they was doing. They thought that was gangster. They thought they was doing right. They thought they was big and bad. And then flip the script. Fast forward to the trial when they get caught up and show the evidence. And look what happened after they did that. Now that the evidence is upon them, And now it's time for them to face real reality of their consequences. Show them that part. When the judge was saying guilty on everything, I heard they say guilty on everything. And the young one named Sean was just up there crying, man. He didn't even act like he didn't want to leave the courtroom. That's crazy. And no more Julio for you, no more laughing, no more. It's terrible. And it's sad. These young brothers, oh yeah, y'all want to listen to all this drill music, thinking that's the ops, let's go get them. But just know, once you go get your ops, it's a 99.9% chance you gonna have to suffer that consequence. And once they catch you and give you that evidence, you finna go do a ball. You finna go do some years, 20, 30 plus. And these young brother, I think that young brother was nothing but 20 years old. Life over with. Mother gonna have to go through it with him. Even his sister got up there talking about back in the day how they was coming up, how they, he used to get on her nerves, they was bringing up memories, and he was in the courtroom just looking and dropped his head like it's over. No more memories with your sister. The only time your sister and family and mother them gonna see you now is in visitation when they come see you. Behind them walls. She'll never see you walk through that door again. She'll never see you on Christmas, celebrating with the family, birthdays, Thanksgiving, gatherings with the family. That's over with. He is forced to live a whole nother life that no one wants. No privacy. No, I'm talking about, man, amongst gorillas. Cause once you get in the pen, it's more problems behind them walls. They don't know if Julio Foolio got friends behind the walls. They want to comfort him for doing it. Oh, you in the game, you did that. He finna face more problems. It's not gonna get easier for him just because he behind them walls, man. So show this to y'all show the youth this, man. The youth needs to see this, man. I'm talking about get one-on-one with your child and explain this shit. Show them this what they did at first. All the evidence is online. Show them, look at this. Look at they shooting them up. They thought it was gangster. They were happy. Show them celebrating. And then show them in their courtroom knowing that it's over with and explain it. Walk them through there so they can be looking and paying attention. And then tell them that he finna either get life because the sentencing is finna come up this week. So they gonna sentence him not knowing if he gonna get life or they gonna give him the death penalty. Show your child all of that to that part and tell them that's what's gonna happen if you do some dumb shit like this. So when they get out in the streets in a situation like that come up, they got a conscious decision to make. They know better now. They can look like, dang, if I do this, if I hit the ops, I can end up, going to trial and end up like how I saw old boy Sean in the courtroom. They can make their conscious decision right there and probably and do like Trey did on Boys in the Hood when he was in the car. Let me out. Let me out. I don't want to. Y'all go do this. You might can save your child by showing them this and letting them see that letting them see the trial and how that young brother was crying up in there. I'm telling you, man, that's you have to drill it. They have to see this for themselves and process it so they can understand. They know it's wrong, but they thinking it's all fun and games right now because they free. But once I bet you in a million years, that boy never thought he was gonna get caught and end up facing what he facing right now, the death penalty. So your child need to understand that if you out here shooting them up, bang banging, it's a good strong chance you could end up like their young brother Sean him and finna go to lay it down for the rest of your life. Either way you lay down, it's gonna be a lay down. Whether they lay you down or you're gonna be alive laying down. You're gonna be alive dead up in there. Because you'll have nothing to look to for the rest of your life. And these brothers is young, 20 years old, got his whole life ahead of him. And it's over. Hopes and dreams, all that shit buried. And I think the youth, man, y'all, they need to see this. Because this real spill right here. By you parents showing your children this, you could possibly save their life one day when they get in this situation. Because if they out here in these streets hanging with gangs, they gonna be in a situation like that. And by your child knowing this, if he choose to do that, he understood the assignment. He know what's gonna come with it. But then what if he back out and be like, no, and then they do the crime and they get caught, you done save your child. He got out he said, I ain't finna go and do that. And now he watching his friends who he was with, they going down. And he be like, dang, I was with them, man. I'm glad I got out that car. Oh, I'm glad I ain't going to do that with them. Yeah. It's situations like that happening for real, and you can possibly save your child from this situation. If you a mother and your son is out there hanging with guys and they out there in the streets, it's a good chance they out there doing this type of shit. They got ops and stuff. So I'm just saying, show them this, man, so they can know what the real is. See, a lot of these young brothers, they just think this shit a game until it happen to them. And then when that happen to them, when them police is in the courts, it be too late. But what if you could have possibly talked them and showed them the results of what the actions, and then they'll understand that and be like, nah, they'll make a conscious decision like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Cause I know what's gonna happen. I don't wanna be like old boy. I don't wanna be like Sean crying and have my mama and them hurt, my family and them hurt. You see what I'm saying? To you single mothers, that's what you do to your sons, man. Show them this Julio Foolio trial, these suspects that's going down for that murder they did to their boy. Show them the whole thing until the end. Look, this what's gonna happen in the end if you do that. You gonna lose. I'm just saying, man. So, I know, hey, I feel bad for his mother and them, the family, but hey, he made that bed, he got to lay in it. I'm talking about they were celebrating. And this my thing, man. If you gonna cry after you commit a murder and they punishing you and give you that time and you go to crying, you weren't built for that life. You weren't even supposed to did that. You ain't built for that. Not like them other boys. Now if you built for it and you like, shit, fuck it, man, I'm gonna take my time. I did that. Okay, you built for that. That's what you chose, and you do that, and you take it on the chin and go behind them walls and do that time. Okay, that was your decision. But if you do like that young brother Sean crying, I'm talking about boo-hooing. He wasn't built for that life, man. And now he finna really see what it's about. Man. Sad case, man. That's all that, the whole thing around, that's just sad, man. That's all I got to say about that. It's sad, man. Show that to your kids, man. You make it save your son's life by explaining, taking 15 to 20 minutes out your day to explain that situation one-on-one with your child so he can get it. I'm talking about all the way to the end. This way can happen. I'm talking about put them in the scenario. What if that was you? Ask them questions. And they'll be like, shoot. You could get a reaction out of it. They be like, man, shoot, I don't want to. See, you just put it in their head. If they get in that situation, that's the change. That's the result that can happen. You want to gamble with your life like that? And it's sad to say, though, these days, man, if you got an older son and he like 15, 16, 17, 18, and he stay in the house playing the games, it's sad to say that's safe for them these days, man. That's safe for them. Long as they hanging around the house, man, you got to look at it that way these days. And if they go out, let them go do something right, like go to a gym or go to a place, not hanging in the streets. See, once they go to hanging in the streets, that's when all that beef and ops and drama shit gonna come from. They listening to this rap music and in these streets, and they ain't talking about no goals. If you looking at your child with goals, they ain't talking like that. I don't care about none of that. And they just hanging with their friends and you don't see them. They just in the streets. You don't know what they doing. It's a good chance your child is out there doing what them young brothers was doing. Just keeping it a beam, man. And then some of you parents know that. Y'all just, with y'all situation, you know, a lot of these parents young, these women, they all on social media running behind a dude, a woman, all type of shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And not checking in on their child. And their child be out there wild, man. So, you know, I just think, you know, that this would be a good example to show them so they can get some good clarity on, like, damn, I'm out here doing this. I ain't trying to go down like that, you know. So if they choose to do that, then they understand the consequences, then that's on them, you know. So that's my take on that, man. I just want to talk about that. You know, that's a sad case, that young boy Sean, how he broke down, man. I mean, it's sad and it's crazy, man. He was celebrating. He was all happy afterwards with the Jose drinking and partying. But now that it's over with and he got caught, now he's sad and crying like he want to be saved. He want to be a baby again, but it's too late, man. That's what I be trying to tell you. Once you do that and they get you down bad like that, it's too late. There's nothing you can do. You go behind it, you go in that cell, you can cry all you want, you can kick the doors, you can beat on the window, you ain't getting up out of there. It's over. You just gonna have to make good at what you doing in there. That's your life now. You might as well stop thinking about this outside shit. That's over. So to you youth, think about that. Parents, put this shit on your child's mind. And maybe you possibly could save your child one day. Straight up. If you made it this far in the video, like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. And as always, I'm coming back with some more flavor. And it's all good. It's your boy, Mean Joe Green. Love. I'm up out.